Welcome to Club Social. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. You all look gorgeous. Thank you so much for being here. We are celebrating the Day of Love, Valentine's Day, with a full hour of fun and steamy conversations. We're talking love, we're talking sex, everything in between. And joining us to spice things up, writer Jamie Wu is back. Welcome back on this day. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
Yeah, your eyeshadow says you ready. Yes. All right, so let's dive in here. We are going to start with dating trends. So did you know if you're not single, but you're not in a committed relationship, you may be in a situationship. So this is a murky stage. It's where two people are together, but they're not exclusive necessarily. And according to Tinder, more and more women are choosing to be in these situationships. Jamie, I think you describe your marital dating status as single-ish.
Single-ish, yes.
Are you in a situationship?
So here's the thing, I don't know what a situationship is, because the way it was described, it's murky, which means it's unclear. But to me, being with someone but not exclusive doesn't have to be murky. You can have a conversation with that person. You know, in queer circles, we often are romantically involved with friends without it having to be something defined. And so that's my biggest question. What is a situationship and how is it different from an FWB?
That was my question too. I feels like just
look it up in the Urban Dictionary.
Like a new term for the same thing, like someone's trying to call it a thing. I was also confused about the fact that it seemed like for some, they discover that they've been in a situationship for 5 or 6 years and it's kind of like, well, like, honey, you know, maybe you really wanted something
get off
more.
The pot?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for other people, they're kind of claiming it as like an empowering thing. It's like I get to, like, to be honest, I know I should be saying this on Valentine's Day, but if Jason and I ever broke up, I think I would want just a series of situationships. So maybe it can be an empowering thing if you do it like knowing full well what you're getting into.
Well, you know, I love that idea, but also we forget, this is so a downer on Valentine's Day, but relationships, and particularly hetero relationships in the eyes of the law, are actually business relationships. And so there is a single penalty out there. Ask any single person in Toronto who's trying to buy a house. Impossible unless you are a millionaire, you got money from mom and dad. I mean, I don't know how single people are doing it. And so if you want to build capital, you want to build equity, you're not doing it well unless you are in a relationship. And so that's where a situationship doesn't work, because you're like, how are we gonna do this combo RRSP, honey? Like, we need to make this official. So that doesn't work if you want long-term wealth.
Let's go back to you and your situationships, though.
Yeah, plural. Plural. Let's not forget it's plural, okay?
Because as Cynthia said, there is an empowerment, or some people are looking at it as a form of empowerment. Are you empowered by your plural situationships?
Yes, because I know what I want and I'm asking for it and I'm getting a conversation about it. So when we talk about a 6-year, you know, realizing I'm in a situationship for 6 years and being unhappy, well, during that 6 years, did you not mention that you were unhappy? Right? Like, otherwise, 6 years with someone who you think is very hot and that you're doing things with that you want to be doing sounds pretty good to me, doesn't it? Right? Like, who's going to turn that down?
Okay, but is it a hindrance, like all the things that Mel just said?
For worry about,
do you have to
money?
worry about, does the sex make up for the fact that you can't get a reservation or a mortgage? Or
it's hard to pay rent.
Mortgage, yeah.
Look, my favorite sitcom is The Golden Girls. Those are 4 ladies who decided to have a house together and they were able to make it work. We've always made it work outside of these heteronormative relationships. Absolutely. Do I think that I should change or should the law change to make it easier for people to afford things? That's the issue, right? So if you want it, ask for it. Don't be stuck in something that you don't want.
Go on with your situationship. Let me live vicariously through you.
Hey there, wasn't that great? Do you know where you can find some equally good content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with discussions, debates, and some laughs. Head there now, like and subscribe.